Alright, what's going on, boys and girls? So this particular video, you're reading the title right. I'm not trolling. You totally can't game on Linux. Like, that's like saying, like, the only game available on Windows is Solitaire. Like, it's just factually wrong that there's more games on Windows. But people, always talk about, oh, you can do this and this and this with gaming on Linux. And, you see all these videos about people gaming. And it's just like, nah. So let's see what we can actually game with on this particular machine. Now, I can run a decent amount of Windows games on this particular machine. So for those that want to know what this particular machine is, this is running Endeavor. This is an Elite Boogie 760W. This is running the 5.53 Arch kernel. This is your 1920 by 1080 Plasma K1 Breeze Dark Breeze i7 2860 QM. As I've said, old system. NVIDIA Quadro K3100. Yada, yada, yada. So, why is it so hard for people to understand that if this can game on Windows, why can't it game on Linux? Like, Linux has games, so why can't it? Well, let's take a look to see what you can actually run for games on Linux, because viewers here, you can't. So I'm going to prove them right. You can't game on Linux at all. All right, as you can tell from the video, none of those games anybody wants to play. Who wants to play Tomb Raider? Who wants to play other games like Alien Isolation? Games that were on that video nobody cares about. I mean, those are just some AAA games. That doesn't count things like Civilization and Deus Ex: Mankind Divided, the rest of the Tomb Raider games. Just there are no games important whatsoever. Or if you wanted more action type games, we could have. There's only like Bayonetta or Vanquish, or like who wants to play those garbage games? Or then who wants to play out of the box thought games like Dex, which is like a 2D side scrolling cyberpunk action RPG open world game. I mean, with a focus on story, like who wants those kind of games? Or WTF or War Tech Fighters as it is known. Who wants mecha inspired robot games where you just fly around space and blow shit up? Like who wants that? If you can't tell, I'm totally being sarcastic and spoofing this. This is just to show that, yeah, you can game. Yeah, these required no configuration whatsoever out of the box. If you are going to talk about gaming on Linux, understand it, actually do it. Because I did this weird thing. I showed my system, and this was all done, recorded, and played on this system. I live it. I breathe it. I don't have my head shoved up my ass like a lot of these other guys who claim to actually do it. So, what about the rest of you? What are some of your gaming recommendations if you actually try gaming on Linux? And I know a good majority of my subscribers do. So, comment, rate, subscribe, Inigala, Patreon, all that stuff, and UpCloud, $25 for your first registration. Other than that, I am out. Peace.